Or in the year 1711, we're doing the United Provinces campaign of Empire Total War, and the year the year 1711 has just begun. What I'm doing is I'm checking through all the stolen research and the not stolen research. What I'm doing is I'm putting the gentleman back into those institutions and stealing more. That's the British one going back in there. We tend to steal naval things from the British. Those who've been watching will know that that Mexico came out and attacked me in the siege that I had on their city in the last video. We're strengthening and consolidating ourselves in Europe. Those that have been watching the previous videos will know that we've now settled Alsace-Lorraine, and that we wreck French buildings by going in and out of them several times, which is what I've just done there, but clouded it out because there's no point in repeating it. And here I go again. So I'm doing it with a port or with that landing closure there, and of course I do it with the first one that I showed you, the pleasure gardens or whatever it is near my fort down there. So we're keeping the French poor, or as poor as we possibly can, because they're very wealthy anyway. And then what we're doing is we're strengthening our position in Europe. We've got three areas to hold. If you remember, we've got Ceylon, and then we've got the Americas, and we've got Europe. I'm trying to hold to the principle of the history of the times, where Dutch was a trading nation. We've got a large trading fleet out in the Dutch East Indies. We're keeping it out there. It's been difficult for us to bring it back in or even send other troops out at the moment, other ships out, because we've been continually attacked and our trade routes have been at risk as well. So it has been important to us to consolidate what we've got, protect what we have, principally by building a navy and making sure the areas around our capital are safe. In order to gain some money, I've made an effort to get Mexico, which I know is a lucrative area. I've taken most of the other Caribbean islands. Here we go over to the Caribbean, having checked out Europe. Well, the Americas rather. Here come the Caribbean, and this is Mexico. Now, all he's got in there is two emaciated firelock armed citizenry, poor quality firearms, with just the civilian population operating them. So with the men that I've got left from the attack he made on me, I'm just going to auto-resolve that. Here you go, and Mexico becomes ours. Like I said, I know Mexico is lucrative, and that's why I've gone for it. I went for it roughly the same time the British were going for it. Luckily I won the race. Those are the British ships on there, and they landed their own army as well. Luckily I'd gone in at the port, so I could move immediately on Mexico, whereas they had to travel over land, which made it more difficult for them. Just checking now on the buildings that we've got in Mexico that need to be improved. In preparation for this, I saved a bit of money last turn, so that I'll be able to replenish these buildings. Improve the port, of course. Yeah, just checking up on the income now that I've got Mexico. It really does earn, I think it earns more than everything else I've got put together. The Spanish that you can see, the ones at the top of the screen there, the ones that were defeated by the English, or the British I should say, and the ones off to the left there, or the west if you like, they're the ones who tried to attack me when I started my siege. I would imagine they're pretty weak forces. The risk of them though is that they're going to go around damaging buildings, which is a shame, but hey ho, we'll have to go and sort them out if they do. Checking on the kind of troops that I can get, some nice quality troops there, greyed out at the moment of course because the buildings are all damaged, and also just checking the taxation levels there a moment ago. We're not bothering with artillery, really we're not attacking other people's fortresses at the moment, so we don't really need that. Okay, over to Ceylon. It's been fairly safe, or quiet in Ceylon. Nothing's threatened it so far. Just checking the taxes. There is a point when I'm going to have to start looking after Ceylon, but at the moment it's been looking after my heartlands and hoping Ceylon will be okay on its own with a navy to help it. Okay, here we are back in Europe. quick check on my forts. This is the one that the French keep attacking. You'll see the numbers of the French have been increasing in Paris there. He's throwing everything he's got, continually leaving his capital totally bereft of soldiers, just in order to try and take that fort that's in his territory. If the fort wasn't there, he'd be going straight for Flanders. And Flanders, unfortunately, there has no walls around it. It didn't have when I first took it, and I really haven't had the money available to protect it in that way. And it is one of my objectives in the game to take and hold Flanders by the end of the game. So really that fort has been an outpost. It's been a nice rock for the French to break their waves against so far. If it goes, I don't lose any income, I just lose the troops inside it, which obviously I don't want to happen, but so far only one force has gone past there, and it's gone all the way in past Flanders and all the way up to Amsterdam. A fleet's been tried to be landed with an army on it all the way around the top of Britain, and we headed that one off, or rather we destroyed completely that fleet. So attempts are being made continually to get all the way through to Amsterdam to completely destroy me. But that fort there in the front, most of the time they're breaking against that first before they go any further, which has got to be good news for me. We've now taken Alsace-Lorraine. Well, we've taken it for a while now, but we've not been able to raise any taxes on it because it's Catholic and we can't convert. But we've beaten some rebels now, so it's improved there as well. So that's the Rhineland area. We're gaining a bit of income from that as well now. Just go through the beginnings of the end of turn. When I say the beginnings, I mean the first few countries. This is Britain approaching Mexico, which is a bit worrying. Problem with the British now is they're now on my land, and they haven't got the right to be on my land, even though they're an ally. I don't think that gives them access to my lands. Maybe it does, I don't know. I would expect though that they'll be looking for a route off my lands now, rather than actually go to war. Of course these are the Spanish. We're still up in the Mexico area. They're going towards the Pueblos, the look of it. And these, they're going, oh, I thought they were going to go and attack one of my lucrative buildings there. But no, we're okay there. Okay, so that's the term end. We're now into the winter of 1711. Again, just check through all the technologies that have come down. Those sort of yellowy ones there with the scripts on, they're all the technologies. This is what we've stolen and what we're still trying to steal. We're doing very well on technologies, actually. I think I might list them in one of the I don't know, one of the descriptions on the on YouTube, just underneath the video. Usual stuff, nobody's attacked me. I'm not being particularly aggressive, although yes, I did go for Mexico. Really it's just defending myself from other people by attacking them, I suppose, i.e. the French in Alsace-Lorraine. So really another passive turn for me, just making sure the technology is being stolen. I'm going to have to start putting some attention now that we've got Mexico into... I'm not stealing research again. Into creating some of these buildings, because there's come a point when I've got the technology to build the buildings, but I haven't got the money to pay to build these buildings. So I need to sort of start generating a bit of wealth now, and then I can get some improved troops, because everything I fight against at the moment seems to be better than me. Anyhow, that's enough for this video. Hope to see you on the next one.